There's no way it's him. Thank you, sir. Let's go check the farms. I'm probably too far away for them to do anything, but oh, maybe not. I don't know what that noise was. It was like a weird, like a growling, bubbly sound. Oh yeah, they didn't grow. That's fine. They might be... Am I gonna have to move this to closer to the house? I didn't want to do that, but I might have to. I think it'll be fine. But I do have a fun little update. And it's actually kind of why I didn't upload on Monday. I have a new cat. I'll put a picture of him on the screen. I have to go take a new one. But he showed up on New Year's Eve. So, since a little before Thanksgiving, we'd been taking care of this stray cat that kept showing up. He was a black cat. And he was pretty chunky, okay? And the way he was acting, he seemed like he was like an indoor-outdoor cat that belonged to someone else. Which, there is a house down the road from me that drove past one day. There was a black cat on the porch, and there is a second black cat around here. Because he also showed up one day, and he got scared when my mom tried to talk to him because she thought it was the other one. And this other one is like super friendly. And so we just feed him and pet him. And then on New Year's Eve, I looked, we were about to go to bed. Like, it had, okay, so I guess it was New Year's Day. We were chilling in the kitchen. Oh, I grabbed the wrong terracotta. We were chilling in the kitchen. And we were just about to go to bed because it had just hit midnight. And I turn and look at the back door, and there's just this little guy sitting at the door. And my initial reaction was like, well, now who's that? And there's just this little guy. He's so cute. And so we went up to the door. He immediately stood up, put his paws on the door. So I went out there and I petted him. So did my mom. And he was so friendly. And he wanted attention. Oh yeah, I forgot I could do that. And we felt so bad for him, but we couldn't bring him in. Just because we didn't have a place to put him. We didn't have an extra litter box. And it was midnight, so every store was closed. I don't know why I said closed like that, but this might not be enough cut sandstone. Well, maybe it is, I don't know. We'll find out. I'm just gonna make this bigger. But, so like the past week, we've just been feeding him. We had like this tote fixed up for the black cat that he never used, so it was kind of just out there for funsies. He never touched it. But this little guy was sleeping in it. I actually didn't know he was, and I had gone out there to feed him the next day. And he poked his head out and meowed at me. Which kind of scared me a little bit, not gonna lie. But we've been taking care of him. caused by, you know, like, we don't know what to do. Because we had 2 cats and we honestly couldn't really take in another one. I guess we are now, but at the time, last week, we weren't planning on it. But then the lady said, it doesn't look like there's anything that we can really do. We're full on cats, which, I mean, that's valid. If they're full, they're full. But, oops, yeah, go up. And she said, you're more than welcome to bring him out to us and we can check him out. Or we can put you on a wait list. It's a very long wait list, but we can put you on it. And so, like, it could take up to a year before they ever get back to us. And, you know, he probably was not going to make it through the winter at this point. So, oh wait, I forget how I had this. Well, I'll figure it out. But we didn't know what to do. We were just gonna try to keep him as safe as possible. But this other black cat was still out there, and they did not get along, which I imagine is because there were 2 males, unfixed. And so, do I want to do this? I want to spruce it up, but I don't know if it's gonna work. Guys, my other cat just jumped on the desk. Hi, bud. What are you doing? Hi, buddy. He's walking across. Don't touch my straw. Okay, I gotta put the cover on the straw. This is gonna be chaotic at this point. Get down. He's hitting me in the face with his tail. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh, I gotta put torches up there. Oh, I have one. But then my mom had put on Facebook. I don't have a Facebook, so my mom was doing this all. Hi, Tucker. He rubbed up against the microphone. But my mom put on Facebook, you know, saying like, does anyone want this cat? One of her friends said to like message the Humane Society. It's their Facebook page that they use to showcase animals like lost and found and stuff around the area. And so we did that, and they did post him saying like he seems like he's an indoor cat, that they interpreted it as we were saying like he's lost, but we're pretty sure he came from my neighbors, which that's a whole nother story. That I'll probably end up explaining in a second. But I'm so bad at storytelling. I get sidetracked so easily. Let me clear my inventory. cousin had said they had a cat crate, but we needed one that was big enough for a litter box. So we had to go to Walmart anyways. But then I was looking at the temperatures, and it wasn't gonna get like, it was gonna hit freezing, but it wasn't gonna get any lower. And I said, I think he'll be okay outside for one more night. And because it didn't look like he was bleeding anymore. Because we're pretty sure him and that black cat got into a kerfuffle. We're pretty sure him and that black cat got in like a little scuffle. Because I did hear them meowing at one point. I need to put a roof somewhere that I can still get up the stairs. Okay, that'll work. And I'll fix it up outside. But he wasn't bleeding anymore. So we decided we're gonna leave him outside. He ended up sleeping outside the entire night. He didn't go in the tote, which I later found is because it was saturated with pee. So I imagine he was scared and he peed in there because it made him feel safe. But my mom was planning on calling the vet in the morning because they opened at 8. And we woke up. I actually woke up to her on the phone, and I found out that she actually called an animal rescue that is in our town. And they, they asked some questions, the basic ones. And she said, like, oh, we don't really have any openings until the 19th of January, which that's 2 weeks from then. And she said, well, I'm on vacation right now, but let me call one of my girls, like our staff, and see if they can get him in. And she ended up calling back, and she said, yeah, we do have an opening for tomorrow, which was Tuesday, and that they were going to pick him up Monday night and keep him, in their building. I don't know why the word is escaping me. There's a creepy cake noise going on right now. It's kind of freaking me out. But, so we had to rush. We were going to keep him inside. We were going to get him fixed, get him checked out, and keep him inside. So we had to clear an area, which that area did not work. Because, which I'll get to that. But she asked for a name. And this goes back to me thinking it's the neighbor's cat. Because he looks just like my aunt's cat. That she also got from us. Like 5 years ago. I think, is that at least 3 years ago? I can't remember the exact time. But we had like a Halloween party at the house, and everyone was outside, and all of a sudden these kittens just showed up out of nowhere behind them. I think it was 4 kittens. Maybe 3. I'm trying to do math to figure out who took kittens. I think it was 3. I don't think anyone else took another kitten. But they were these gray and white cats. And my cousin took one, my aunt took one, and then my other cousin took one. That camel is so loud. But my mom had posted the original picture on Facebook, and my aunt commented on it saying, well, that looks like Loki, which is what she named that kitten, which we thought the exact same thing. And we're almost positive it's from the neighbors, because that's where our old cats that we got in 2011 came from. And we're pretty sure that's where every cat around here comes from at this point. Because we're pretty sure they get cats for their grandkids, and then once they're old, the male cats that is, once they're old, they start spraying on things and they throw them out to fend for themselves, and then they show up at our house because we're nice to them. What am I looking for? Wood. That's what I'm looking for. And so my thought was that they have the mom cat, or at least one of the other cats, one of the girls. because the way he acted, actually this morning, I fed him. He instantly knew what wet food was. Like, he heard me open that can, and he came running. And he started meowing at me. So, like, he has experience with wet food and stuff. So, he's definitely been indoors. He doesn't even really want to go back out. But now he's back home. He came back home Tuesday night. It was pretty funny. He was very disoriented. And so, his eyes were huge. You could definitely tell he was high on some drugs. But we had him in, like, the laundry room, which doesn't have a door on it. It just has, like, an archway. And we had a gate up. And now we've had this gate for years. We got it to keep our dog out. And then we used it when my mom would babysit my nephew, so he wouldn't go to the back of the house. And we can keep him separated from the dog. And in that entire time of that gate being there, my two cats never once jumped that gate. And this kitten's here for less than an hour, and he jumps it. And nothing was gonna keep him behind that gate. So, oh no. Last minute we had to put him in the bathroom. And which that's the bathroom I use. And y'all, let you know a secret, I got the bladder of a squirrel. That is not a good situation to have a cat in there. So, we woke up this morning and we had to move him into, it's technically the office that doesn't get used. It was my brother's old room before he moved out. So we put him in there. And he's chilling in there. He's got Good Mythical Morning on the TV. So he has some noise. Which in the bathroom that we had him in is small. I put my air purifier in there. And even that wasn't almost enough for the smell. He's a stinky little guy. But I think our cats are gonna do just fine with him. As of right now, we're keeping him to figure out, like, you know, his personality and stuff. But he's very affectionate, and he has been since he showed up on our back step. So, yeah, he's definitely had experience with people. And, you know, we're letting him out in small doses. He's already, you know, sniffed our cats. Our cats have sniffed him, which our cats, we had my cat Taz. We got him as a kitten, and he had our older cat. And then that older cat got out, and he ended up dying. And so Taz was alone for a few months, and like he had never known anything but having another cat to play with. And then we ended up getting our other cat, Tucker, which, you know, yours truly, he was just on the desk. And honestly, we did not introduce them the correct way. We kind of just let them free roam immediately together. And what the heck is that? What is that? That's a thing. Ow. Why would you do that? Stop running toward it. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, please. I don't like things running at me. That scares me. Is that from, one has a spear. So that must be from the new update. Okay, crisis averted. Did I pick up that spear? No, I didn't. Okay, now I can finish what I was saying. Within like 5 hours of Tucker being in the house, Taz was already, you know, chirping at him, wanting to play. So, Taz gets over it quick when there's a new cat around. Which, luckily, because he's been up my butt since he was a kitten, so you would think he wouldn't share me very well, but he does. He has his moments, but he shares me. Alright, we have a chest room. Oh, I need to make He was sniffing them. He was walking up to them very quickly. Not aggressive as in he was going to attack them. But he's not growling at them, which is what he did with the other cat outside, so fingers crossed it all goes well. But now he's back in his little